Hey Runner Space Nation, it's Wednesday, April 7th, 2010. The Arcadia Invitational is this weekend, April 9th and 10th. It's one of the premier high school track and field events in the country, and the official site is hosted right here on Runner Space, arcadiainvitational.org. So check back this weekend for all the coverage. There's going to be video, photos, interviews, and everything else you could have ever dreamed of. You're watching Runner Space Live. Real quickly, I thought I'd just give a shout out to March's winner in the Runner Space Arcade. Joe Jacobs of New Jersey, size medium. As we all know, the winner of the Runner Space Arcade gets a runnerspace.com t-shirt. But what they don't tell you, the added bonus, the little extra icing on the cake, is that t-shirt gets packaged by the Runner Space Live host. And the packaging also gets signed by the Runner Space Live host. Me. And usually I like to put on a little inspirational phrase, follow your dreams, Joe. It's the
awkward video of the week.
Bowles in George Jenkins.
Alright, now that wonderful awkward video of the week came from the Florida Relays this last weekend. It was submitted by Matt Barreau, assistant coach at Bethune-Cookman University. So if any of you know of an awkward video of the week, you've seen one somewhere, let me know about it. Post in the comment box below because they're getting harder and harder to find. Oh, our runnerspace.com network sites of the week. The first one is otcelite.com. It's the official website of the Oregon Track Club. Tons of great content, and as we all know, many of these OTC runners are the top middle distance and distance runners in the nation. The second site this week is OregonRelays.com, the event held right here in Tracktown, USA. The Northwest's premier meets, high school, college, professional, jam-packed into one. 2,000 athletes, 50 complete teams. OregonRelays.com. And now it's the
Runner Space Rundown.
It's the high school rundown. The Florida Relays were this last weekend. Hey, that's the home of our awkward video from this week. But people weren't just falling down and running into steeple barriers. The Miami Southridge girls of Florida won the 4x1 in a 46.86. They also won the 4x4 in a US leading 3:42. They were anchored by last year's Nike Outdoor National champion Ebony Utsi. Other fast relay teams, the boys from Charlotte, Florida ran a US lead in the 4x8 with a 7:46. They beat out Gonzaga DC, who was second with a 7:47, and 4 other teams under 8 minutes. Lake Wales Jr., Octavius Freeman won the girls 100 in a US leading 11:51, and the guys 100 was also won on a US leading mark by Paxton Senior Ryan Langford in a time of 10:41. Kentrell Saunders of South Dade, Florida got the horizontal jumps double. He put up a 23-foot 7¼ jump in the long jump, and he also flew 52 feet 4¼ inches in the triple jump. Check out tons of videos from this meet on our Florida Relays page. And now the Mobile Challenge of Champions in Mobile, Alabama. In addition, also check out our videos from this meet as well. In the girls mile, Corey McGee won in a US leading 4:49. Keenan Brock got the short sprint double on the guys side, running a 10.64 in the 100 and a 21.45 in the 200. Carmen Carlos, a freshman of McGill-Tulane Catholic in Mobile, Alabama, won the 2 mile. She ran a personal best 10.51. And now on to the Texas Relays in Austin, Texas. Beaumont Ozen senior Alexis Brandon got a triple win. She won the long jump, won the triple jump with a US leading 40-foot 10.5-inch jump, and won the 100 hurdles in a 13.73. The Houston Westbury girls ran a number 7 all-time 135.75 in the 4x2, and Chelsea Svensson won the distance double with a US leading 10.07 3200 and a 4:51 1600. And lastly, big high jumps this weekend. David Smith jumped a US leading 7.4, and 3 girls jumped 5.10. Taylor Twett, Monica Bates, and Cara Dewey. It's the College Pro Rundown. On to the Florida relays. In the women's 1500, Phoebe Wright of Tennessee won in a personal best 4:18.29. The men's 1500 was a fast one, with Julius Bohr of Alabama beating out Ryan Foster of Penn State by a tenth of a second in a time of 3:41.11. And the women's sprints were impressive. Francina McCoy of Hampton ran a world lead in the 200 with a 22.92. And Shayna Cox of Adidas ran a world lead in the 400 with a 51.42. The Penn State 4x8 team, including freshman Cass Loxham, won in a very fast 7:18. That's a new meet record by 5 seconds and a facility record by 4. Oh, and how could I forget? The Florida Gators men's 4x4 team ran 3:31. That's faster than the silver medal winning time at the World Championships last year. And also from the SEC Conference, Alabama freshman Karani James ran a 45.02 at the Carifta Games. Add to that mix Georgia sophomore Torin Lawrence, who won the NCAA Indoor Championships, and you've got a very strong SEC Conference at 400 meters. At the Texas Relays, newly crowned world record holder in the heptathlon Ashton Eaton opened his outdoor decathlon season, winning with a personal best 8,310 points. And Texas A&M, last year's NCAA outdoor track champions, came out with a strong showing. They swept the men and women's 100s and won 9 more events on Saturday alone. It's the Road Racing Rundown. Big news from the Crescent City Classic 10K in New Orleans, Louisiana. In the women's race, Lynette Chepkiri of Kenya got a commanding victory, winning by over a minute and a half. That puts her number 6 in the all-time 10K road list. An especially impressive performance because just 6 days earlier, she competed in the World Cross Country Championships where she placed 5th. The men's race was won by Ethiopian Tilahan Ragasa, who, despite injuring his Achilles in the first mile, came out on top in a 28.05. He beat out 19-year-old Kenyan John Kemboi Chariot, who was second with a 28.12. And the first American in was Antonio Vega, who was 7th with a 29.47. On to the Paderborn Osterlauf 10K in Germany. A very impressive men's race as the top 5 finishers broke 28. Ethiopian Berhanu Delale narrowly beat out Kenyan Daniel Chibai. They went 1-2, both clocking personal best times of 27.51. Fate Tola of Ethiopia won the women's race in a 32.04. There was also a half marathon here. In the men's race, Charles Mania of Kenya won in a course record 101.13. The top 3 finishers were all under the previous course record of 101.24. Brian Hall, who holds the American record in the half marathon with a time of 59.43, is set to run the Boston Marathon on April 19th and has just announced his commitment to run the Chicago Marathon as well on October 10th, 2010. He stated that he's excited to run a faster course in good conditions. It's time for a quick tip. Here's how you attach videos, photos, and other media to your team's athletes' bio pages. Let's say I want to attach this wonderful photo of yours truly to my bio from my personal team page, Ian's Runner Space Live Team of Champions. I click the Attach to Profiles button located below the photo, then start typing my name in this field. Then select the bio and press Attach to Member. Now when I go to the Athlete tab on my team page and click on my name, I can see the photo attached to my bio. That's it for this week. Don't forget to tune in this weekend for the Arcadia Invitational and all the exciting coverage that we're going to bring you. This is Runner Space Live, signing out.